today I'm going to show you how to sew on a Zodiac rivoli button that has 2 holes underneath, no holes on top. These are called shank buttons. You can get them, a cover button would look like this with no holes on top. You can get little buttons with like cartoon characters and things on that you can put on children's cardigans, but this is a crystal one because we want to add sparkle to our pajamas. So the pajamas originally had a very plain 2-hole flat button on, and we are adding the crystal shank button on. So I start off with my needle and my thread, and my thread has a little knot on the end of it, as I like to have a sew with a knot on the end. What I do is I push my needle into the fabric and push it back up, and I will pull this, and because I've got my knot it will stay attached. I will then get my needle and my button through the back of the button, and I push my needle through the hole, and this then feeds down the thread, and I will then continue to sew again the same way, pushing my needle through and pulling this tension nice and tight so the button is exactly in the place that I want. And then I get the needle again and go through the hole at the back, and I repeat this process a couple of times to make sure it's secure. It's always worth doing a few times because it gives it that extra strength, because as you know we pull on the buttons when doing them up through the buttonholes, and this will put stress on the thread. So I think one more time. Hope you can see it all. So I think that's enough thread. Can you see that that's kind of nice and thickness there? So then I'll get my needle and I will go push it through this time to the back side, and then I will finish off with a couple of loops into the back of the garment underneath the button, and then I snip off my needle and thread, and there we have a new button sewn on to our lovely pajamas.